Meantime, actions have consequences, and they could be many for the country following Monday's sick-out at local airports. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
It was back to work Tuesday for Airport Authority employees after the Supreme Court late Monday night ordered the BPSU to cease its illegal industrial action. Minister of Labor, the Honorable Keith Bell, gave the update Tuesday morning after operations at the Lynden Pilling International Airport slowed to a crawl Monday evening in the face of 90% of the authority's New Providence staff and 107 of its employees at Family Island airports calling in sick.
While we do not have 100% of persons back to work, a number of the persons have reported to work this morning on the 4:30 a.m. shift. And as it all stands, all operations at the international airport has returned to some degree of normalcy.
But that was not without some impact on the tourism sector, still rebounding from the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. For Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, there were no winners in the situation.
As a result of this action, there are all losers. This is an issue of significance to the economy and to the tourism industry, our reputation as a country, our reputation as a tourist destination.
Cooper says wait times for passengers at peak hours between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. increased to an hour, leading to long lines with some passengers missing their flights.
The Ministry of Tourism did all we could to help to communicate and to help to facilitate a few passengers who remained at the end of the night. And we did so because it was the right thing to do. There are many of the passengers from Delta Airline who missed their flight during peak period. They have been able to be rebooked, so that process is being managed.
As for staff turnout on Tuesday, Cooper says there were a significant number of sick slips signed by doctors for employees who had not returned to work. When it comes to the likelihood airport staff could not return to work, Bell says he expects full compliance.
I don't think the union would want to be held in contempt of that order. The Judge, Justice Denise Lewis Johnson, was very clear in the order. And so I think that this is a law-abiding society, and I would expect that the union will abide by the tenets of that order. I think that those employees who may not have known as yet, by this time, given social media and the widespread information that gets out there very quickly, that they ought to know. And if they don't know, then of course, obviously, as I indicated, there may be consequences.
At the end of the day, while he can understand why the union feels justified in its actions, he says the BPSU has its position and government has its own. Bell insists it has to factor in all issues facing the country from health to crime, in addition to unions, and must marshal resources to address all without neglecting any. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.